Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Mike again. Um, this is I'm gonna do a real quick intro because this is almost 7.5 minutes long. Uh, Susan had asked me to respond to or react to Mason Cox. Don't believe in never. Apparently, he's a Texan who went to Australia to play on the Australian Football League and may still be there. I don't know. But so this is I didn't know anything about this. Didn't even know there was an Australian Football League until here recently. So without further delay, man, let's get into it.
When Mason came to us, no American player had ever played a senior game of AFL footy. It's a one in whatever you want to call it, because no one had ever done it.
Mason Cox, redshirt senior from...
All right, sorry, I had to pause that for a minute because I'm having trouble with this computer all day. So let's get back to it. Okay.
When Mason came to us, no American player had ever played a senior game of AFL footy. It's a one in whatever you want to call it, because no one had ever done it.
Mason Cox, redshirt senior from Island Village, Texas. He's only played 6 minutes all year.
I went to Oklahoma State University, so I started out playing basketball when I was a freshman. I'd never picked up a basketball in my life, really. We played at the rec center, and there was a GA at the women's team, and she asked, would you be interested in helping out? Pretty much called the Dream Team, and they played against the women's team and practiced other teams and played against them. I was kind of like, yeah, cool, like, what do I get out of it? And she goes, oh, we'll give you a free pair of shoes and maybe some kit. And I was like, sweet. The men's team saw me training with the women's team, and one of the coaches said, who's that massive dude who's playing with the women's team? Like, why don't we have someone like that? I was in way over my head, barely could make a layup, and I was just a body bag. We got a call. They wanted me to go to LA to try out for this thing called AFL, Aussie Rules Football, and we both looked at each other and was, what the hell is that? And it comes up and it's like AFL's biggest hits.
Mitchell goes bang against Jermaine. Look out.
I would just kind of look at him and laughing and going, is this really a sport? Well, I'd already accepted a six-figure paying job at ExxonMobil, so I went to the tryouts. Everyone that was there was interested in myself. It became pretty serious pretty quickly. That week, I threw the cap in the air, I got the degree on stage, made my parents proud. A week later, I flew to Australia and my life changed. The whole concept of me coming to Australia was just to give me a showcase of what AFL was. Saw my first AFL game, sat next to a North Melbourne player. He explained to me, that's 6 points. That's a point. Hits the post, it's worth a point. They point the opposite direction whenever they really mean that way. And at the end of it, I remember he goes, okay, cool. So these are the teams that are interested in you. Here's the contracts. Let me know what you think.
The international rookie's a whopping 211 centimetres, the same height as Aaron Sandilands. Looks quite exciting.
I remember getting on the plane, and I thought, what have I just done? I've just given up 5 years of hard work and thousands of dollars of education to go play a sport I've never heard of in a place I've never been with no friends or no family in Melbourne.
It's Melbourne. Even I know that.
I stuck a footy in my hand. I thought it was pretty much rugby ball. Like, I had no idea. The kangaroo skin and Sharon is like the name of it. And I don't know, like, it was all so foreign to me whenever I first started.
His kicking was quite average.
It was a crash course, essentially, of just what AFL was. Craig McRae and Anthony Rocker spent 2.5 months with me, and come around training the first day, it was sink or swim, really. We do this one drill, and you get a handball off to the coach, and of course, Bucks is the one who you're handballing to. Go to handball to him.
And I just remember looking at it, I looked back and going, okay, we've got a bit of work to do here.
I like locked eyes for a second. I could just see in my mind, just what have we recruited?
Players generally had a lot going on, but Mason's still trying to work out this new game, whether he fits, if he fits. Am I embarrassing myself?
But at the end of the year, I got to the point where I was thinking, I might actually feel comfortable in an AFL game. Bucks was the first one to tell me. They came out and said, look, you're going to debut. And that week was a massive week.
Hey, let me go ahead and stop it there for a minute. So I've learned what Anzac Day is. It's like our Veterans Day. We have it every November the 11th. And the reason why it's on November the 11th, because that was the Armistice Day in World War I, and it's been around ever since for us. And I know that Anzac is really for the not only for the Australian veterans, but also New Zealand veterans because they served together. So this must have been a huge deal that day. And I'm taking a look at this field, and it's all foreign to me, man. But I'm trying to learn, y'all. So yeah, let's go on. And I noticed that what's his name, Mason. I noticed he's got an Australian accent tinge to his Texas accent now. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But it's just funny.
This was the first one to tell me. They came out and said, look, you're going to debut. And that week was a massive week. It's Anzac Day, obviously. It's one of the biggest games of the year.
The crowd's 90,000 plus. The stadium is massive. It just leans over the top of you. So that's challenging enough.
I walked out there and I was ready to puke. I was that nervous. I was freaking out, you know. I didn't know what to do. And I was thinking, don't screw up. Just whatever you do, don't screw up. Don't screw up.
More low trajectory kick. Well, this could be a fairy tale.
Oh, mate, he's shitting himself. And I can't imagine what it's like to try and drop the ball that extra foot and a half to get it onto your foot.
My hands would have been like this, holding that ball.
Mason Cox. He rides it home. What a beauty. Can you believe an American in his first game kicked the first goal on Anzac Day?
Didn't happen.
No.
That didn't happen.
Not that we needed to keep him grounded, but it was our job to keep him grounded.
Stands at the MCG to steady this wobbling.
It's bloody hard. It's a big step from the VFL footy that he was playing to playing AFL footy.
At the end of 17, I was playing VFL. You know, I'd gotten dropped a few times. We were playing small.
He had to set himself a new goal of being one of the best forwards in the competition.
Saturday night football at the Coliseum. Comes through Cox, drops what he should have taken.
Oh, he couldn't quite get at the big fella.
Mason Cox here, guys. This was just off the ball.
I had the worst game of my career. I can probably say that pretty comfortably. I don't think I had a single mark the whole game and had maybe 6 touches or something and get suspended for the next week. Probably a low moment in my life, I'd say, of thinking, did I choose the right decision?
Look at this. Cox has been left alone. He plays on. He's gone. He's gone.
Whatever Mason Cox can do as a permanent forward, I suspect Ben Rood can do better.
I said, you know what? This is a last-ditch effort to show them what you're worth, to show them you can do this as a job. This is your career that you want to do for the rest of your life.
What a beast.
Come on,
This
Mason.
Tiger has become on and off the field. 22 consecutive wins at the MCG. It's hard to get your head around it, to be honest.
We'd played Richmond twice and been overrun twice through the year.
This could be the biggest game that Mason Cox never gets a kick in.
Prelim final MCG. Matt Stevie holds the ball aloft. Richmond take on Collingwood.
It happened pretty early.
Soccer off the ground, straight into the waiting arms of Talor. Cox is the biggest man there.
It was in. It was clunk, clunk, clunk.
Cox again. Oh, he's getting better. Oh, he's getting stronger and better.
His hands are on, mate. They just stuck.
Sets it up. Cox again. I cannot believe it.
You've got to go back to Billy Graham at the MCG for an American to dominate like this. Can he guide it through? Yes, he can. 3 of the very best.
A 211-centimetre Texan has just torn the MCG apart in this quarter dunk in a preliminary final.
Could you have pictured that 4 years, 5 years earlier with the guy that handballed over the top of my head? Definitely not.
And Collingwood will go into the 2018 grand final. A famous victory on the back of this man here.
I don't believe in ceilings. I don't believe in people setting limitations on others. I think if you're motivated enough and you care enough or that determined to get to wherever you want to go, it's possible.
You can't write the script any better. Well, you could have. We could have won the grand final. Imagine that story.
Okay. Yeah, man. That was inspiring. I was probably here with my. I have this habit of when I'm not paying attention to my mouth opens and I look like an idiot. But maybe that happened and maybe it didn't. If it did, I apologize and hope y'all didn't have to, do that. But man, what a great story this was. And the documentary, they did a real good job at it. I always admire people who can put on a good story like this. So Mason, I hope, I don't know if you're still in the game down there, man, but I hope you left your mark if you're not. And I hope if you're still in, that you're leaving your mark. All right. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me. It's late. I've been working with this stinking computer all day. Or, well, not all day. I was at work. But since I've been home from work, I got to take a shower and brush my teeth and go to bed. And I'm going to get up early and I'm going to do some more of these reactions for y'all and get them going. Man, I just want to say thanks, everybody. Y'all made this... I don't know if you guys are aware, but we're at 2,600 subscribers in less than a month. And it's all because of you people and you good people down there in Australia, without a doubt. So from the bottom of my heart, man, I want to say thanks. I never saw this coming. I never expected it. And I've listened to some great bands and some great music. I've had some awesome comments from you folks down there in Australia. So, yeah, man, 1 month. People struggled to do that in a year. This is what I'm told, and we did it in less than a month. So we had 1,000 subscribers in 1 week. 1 week we had 1,000 subscribers. I hear that's unheard of, but again, it ain't Mike. It's my Aussies and my Kiwis, and I'm digging it, man. So thank you. If you hadn't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button. And man, we'll continue on with this journey. So until I see y'all again, I'll catch y'all down the road. Yeah. Thanks, man. I'll see you.